When you first become a customer of ours and are utilizing Wildix, if you have access to collaboration based on your licensing, you will receive an email in your inbox. So let me just go to my inbox here and demonstrate that for you. The email is going to come from either no reply at wildix.com, or it will come from one of our email addresses, probably support at cloud10os.com. Something like that. And the title here is Welcome to Our PBX. That's a little bit confusing. PBX is not a term that most people are familiar with, but you can see it's from currently the Wildix PBX as it's sent from that no reply address. So we're going to go ahead and open up our email here, and we'll give a little bit of a better view. So we see the email, welcome to Wildix. Please find details and credentials for logging into your Wildix service. There's a couple video links in this email. This one is for voicemail setup. Then we have another one down here for a mobile app overview. But for the first time access, we're going to go to this link here using the Chrome browser, which I currently am in. I'm going to go ahead and navigate. So the nice thing about getting this in email format is it's typically accessible from your desktop and potentially also from a mobile device and or tablet. Again, with a mobile app, you can utilize collaboration remotely or in an untethered way, so you don't have to be in your office to do that. And having those options, if you have email access in those devices, you're able to copy and paste these links and credentials and get those set up as well. If you don't have access to the business email to which this first initial email was received, you can forward that to a personal email if you wanted to do it that way. And again, you'll have these credentials right there to copy and paste. A real quick note, you'll notice underneath this access to collaboration, the first step, it says using the Chrome browser. Now, Chrome is the browser that is really the collaboration platform is optimized to work with. It does work with most other platforms that we are familiar with: Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Safari, Opera. The one browser that it is totally incompatible with would be Internet Explorer. So if you're using Internet Explorer, you need to upgrade to one of these other options in order to utilize collaboration. I am in the Chrome browser currently, so I'll go ahead and click this link, navigate to. That's going to bring me to my login page. Okay, so it says authorization required. It's looking for a login and password. And so I'll just go back to my email here and we'll see my login is 500. I can remember that. My password, I think I'm going to copy and paste. So we go ahead and copy and paste this. Put in 500 for my login and my password. I'll just paste that, make sure it took. Select remember me and hit login. Now, a couple things are going to happen once we log in. First of all, because I am logged into my Chrome account, it's going to prompt me to save my password, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I don't want to have to look that up every time I want to log in or try to remember it because I've got enough to remember already. We are going to use the Google account to save and fill passwords. So one of the nice things about having a Google account, whether it's personal or business, is that it syncs everything across any device that you log into that account with. So if I were to open up my laptop or a personal computer or even a computer, at a library or a hotel or something, if I were logging into my Chrome account, I'd have access to all my saved passwords. Okay, so we've got a couple things that are happening here as we have logged in. We'll see, first of all, on the left-hand side, the browser wants me to allow notifications for this particular web page. That is important because as I allow notifications, that's going to give me a heads up when I've got an incoming call. It'll give me a heads up on things like a new chat message, voicemails, those sorts of things. So I will choose to allow notifications. Okay, it's also going to prompt me to allow my location. This is optional. There are some caveats with the service that Wildix utilizes because it is cloud-based, because it is untethered in the fact that I don't have to be in my office to utilize this. If I allow location with the E911 capabilities, that is something that we typically would prefer to do. So I'm going to go ahead and allow that. And the last and final, it's going to ask me to use the camera. That'd be for video calling or conferencing, as well as my microphone, which would be, again, video calling or conferencing. So I'm going to go ahead and allow that. Okay. Now, all of these settings can be changed or modified. If you perhaps click the wrong button or want to make a change, you are able to do that via the browser settings. and we can on another video. Okay, so we've allowed the notifications, we've allowed location, access to the microphone and camera. Um, Now we'll see on the top right, we have this other notification. It wants me to install a browser extension. So as I mentioned before, collaboration really is optimized to work within the Chrome browser. And there is a Chrome extension that works very well. So we're going to go ahead and choose to install. So it's bringing me to the web store at this point, and I'm just going to have to choose add to Chrome. And I will verify, yes, I want to add the extension. Okay. And I'm turning on sync. Okay, so again, with the Chrome platform, if I have a Chrome account, this extension will appear across all devices that I use my Chrome account with. The extension has been added. The one thing that we want to make sure we do is pin the extension in the browser. So if I go to my extensions button here, I can see I have this one, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it. And what we'll do is actually place that quick access button just to the right of the URL. So this is actually a very, very handy extension, and it functions in a couple different scenarios. This would take the place of something like a bookmark that you would typically want to bookmark this page for quick access. When I want to log in to my collaboration, I'm going to have to remember that URL that I clicked from the email. Well, this extension actually integrated with Chrome will bring you right to that login page. So, for example, if I were to log out of this page, let's go ahead and close this out. Okay. I've got two tabs open, and right now I don't have my collaboration page accessible. But if I click on my extension, that's going to open up that login page. And because I've saved my password as well, I do have that pre-filled, and I can just log in. Okay. So when you first open up your computer after having not used collaboration, that's what you will see. Now, the other thing that is helpful, if I were to say, let's just for the sake of demonstration here, some of us work a little disorganized or in our own method of organization. If, for example, you happen to have 10, 20, 30 open tabs at any moment, if you get a call or a chat, or perhaps something that comes through collaboration and you want to manage it quickly, or if you're on a call maybe and you've navigated away from collaboration screen because you're addressing something else or looking something up, this extension will quickly bring you back to that active collaboration tab. So for example, I'm 15 or 20 tabs deep here. Rather than searching through this entire area for the correct tab, I can just click this icon and it's going to bring me right back to my active collaboration tab. There's one other piece that we need to take care of in order to complete our setup for collaboration. And this is something that if you are on your company computer, it may be important for you to have access to the admin credentials or a computer that is open to software downloads. You may need to reach out to your IT department in order to manage this. But from the collaboration screen, we'll go to the top kind of center right of those icons there to the settings. We'll choose the very last tab on the left for extensions. Okay. And we can see it already does see the browser extension is installed. We'd like to install the integration service, which basically allows you to use some of the components of screen sharing, file transferring, as well as your headset integration. So if you're going to utilize the collaboration for your device to make and take calls and or video calls, you'll need this one. The Tappy driver allows for click-to-call application across different interfaces, specifically Outlook, as well as some CRM applications. So we'll go ahead and install both of these. If I can, and I can do these simultaneously here. I'm just going to minimize this window real quick. And we'll see Chrome has prompted me with both of these windows. And I can actually run these simultaneously. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see this. It is prompting me to allow this as the admin, which I'm going to do. And we've got that running, and I can also run the Tappy driver as well. Again, I'm getting a prompt, and I'm running these both simultaneously. Now, if your browser does not give you these secondary dialog boxes, or if you're not sure where to find those downloads, it's typically in your computer files. There's a downloads folder. You'd find these in here, and you just need to double click on those downloaded applications and run them. Okay, I can close these. Tappy drivers completed. Integration services completed. Okay. So now let me go back and open up our window here. Okay, and we can see now it does say that the integration service and the Tappy driver are installed. Sometimes it does require you to log out and log back in order for those to sync up and connect. But in this case, we've got it saying installed across all of these extensions. So now that that is done, we are ready to utilize collaboration and the many tools that are in this interface.